Right, we're looking at factorising quadratics. Now, quadratics have an x squared in or a y squared or whatever, whatever letter's there, it's got a squared in as the highest power. Now, when we factorise these, you should know that opposite of that factorising is the opposite of expanding, basically. Now, when we factorise, we take out common factors. All right. Now, where you might have seen this before, we look for what appears in all the parts, but in this case, you can't take out an x or can't take out a 5 or something like that. So we're looking at putting it into two brackets. Now, what we have, and when I multiply our brackets, we don't know what's there. We've got x squared, we got minus 20 there, and whatever's here and here will add to make whatever that is. So, which is minus 1. Now, I want two numbers. It's fairly obvious, sorry, I should say that is going to be x and x. Alright, now we want two numbers that multiply to make minus 20. So what I would do if I were you is I would list all the pairs of numbers that multiply to make minus 20. So I've got minus 1 and plus 20. I've got plus 1 and minus 20. Right, and it's worth doing both pairs. We got minus 2 and plus 10. We got plus 2 and minus 10. And we want, minus 4 and plus 5. And plus 4 and minus 5. Now, if you're not very confident with it, it's worth listing out all the pairs of numbers, all the factors, if you like, of minus 20. Now, I'm then looking for the pair, right, that adds to make this here, this minus 1. So which pair adds to make minus 1? Well, it's that pair. So they must go in there. So I've got plus 4x on one of them, and I've got minus 5x on the other. Right, and that means I can fill this in here and here. And then to complete the factorisation, we just do x plus 4, x minus 5. Alright, now, I'm using that table because that's the way I multiplied out the brackets in a previous video. So there you go. Now, the second one is a little bit trickier because we've got a 2x squared. Well, all that means, and you probably spotted it yourself, is that we're going to have a 2x and an x. Now, it doesn't really matter which way around they go. Just like in the first one, it didn't matter which way around the minus 5 and the plus 4 went. As far as that goes. But this one, we're looking for pairs of numbers that multiply to make plus 5. So that's actually not too hard. We've got plus 1 and plus 5. And don't forget minus 1 and minus 5. Now, actually, the pair that we're going to be using, because that's plus 11 there, has got to be that one. And we've got to work out which way round they've got to go. Now, whatever is here, and I'm just going to get my orange up, whatever goes here, in this bit here, is going to be multiplied by 2, because it's got 2x times whatever this is. Alright, so I've got to be careful which way round I put the 1 and the 5. Now, if I put the 5 up here, alright, in the top right, okay, that won't multiply by the 2. I want 11. Now, I suggest that if I put the plus 5 here, alright, and the plus 1 here, and like I say, if you do this in pencil initially, right, you can always try something and change it if it doesn't work. But I know that's going to work because I've got 2x plus 5 times plus 5, which is plus 10x, and I've got x times 1, which gives me 1x or x, right, and those two add to make the plus 11, which I need here. Alright, so it is more a sort of trial and improvement type thing. So 2x plus 1, doesn't matter which way round you write these, and x plus 5 would be that factorised. Now that's quite a tough one. That's a higher level than the first one. Alright, but just as easy. It's the way you set them out, and it is worth listing out the factors.